Hey guys, it's Vegan Butter Day. This is, you can't distinguish it except for, it probably doesn't have that musky cow body taste. It's very clean and fresh. Here it is. Here's a cube of it, fresh out of the mold. My molds come with these little tablespoon markers. Can you see that? They're just little tiny ridges in the cube. You can wrap it up. You can stick it in a butter dish, but you do need to keep it in the fridge. It will start to break down at room temperature. Melts like butter, browns like butter. You can't do this with earth balance. It won't burn. Of course, it's not burned. It's caramelized. But earth balance won't do this. It slices like butter. It spreads like butter. It's so fresh. You know, when I was a kid, I hated cold butter on bread. I wouldn't have it on my sandwiches, but this is absolutely delicious. It tastes so good. Okay, so I put all of the ingredients in the blender, and I'll go blend it up. I think if you were to use a food processor, you would want to just drizzle the melted coconut oil into the other stuff because you're trying to make an emulsion. I have a high-speed blender, so all I have to do is whisk this up for like a minute and a half. Everything's already in there. I like to use either buttermilk or kefir, or yogurt for the milk constituent because I like the fresh cultured taste it gives the finished product. But if you don't have any of those things, you can just use any plain plant milk that you like. So I'll be right back. I'm going to blend it up. Okay, so here it is all blended up. You could use a little bit of it just like this if you wanted to because it's already soft and melty, but I will attempt to pour it into my mold for you guys. This mold makes a pound of butter, and it almost exactly will accommodate the entire recipe. If you don't need a butter mold. Any mold will do. I like these silicone molds because it's easy to get the butter out once it's hardened up. And you will want to put this in the refrigerator and let it harden up overnight. This mold comes with a lid, so you could store them in your mold if you're not going to make a whole bunch, or you can pop them out and wrap them up like I did with this one here. Usually I'll make quite a few because it's kind of a pain in the butt to clean out the blender, so I'll make a couple of batches, wrap them up and stick them in freezer bags because you can freeze this, and if you want it for baking, you can leave the salt out and you can use melted, descented cocoa butter instead of the coconut oil. Just keep it in the fridge, and when you want it for like pie crust, just grate the frozen cube. That's the easiest way to do it. So I will be linking, as always, link to yesterday's video in the description, link to the playlist in the description, links to the recipes in the description and printed in the description. And this is it for the butter. It's so easy. It's so easy, and you will be amazed if you've never had Miyoko's, because her butter's pricey. It's way cheaper to make your own. Super simple, super healthy, well, except for the fat, but what I mean by healthy is it doesn't have additives. It's not like earth balance. Well, I don't think anybody's doing hydrogenated stuff anymore here in the US, but still, this is natural. You can make it at home. It's cheap and it's easy. Cheaper than buying it. So I will see you later, guys.